Hey YouTube world, hope you guys are doing well. It's Chris, I'm the debt-free firefighter, and I wanted to just sit down and talk to you about how not to panic when the economy gets tough. I'm hanging out in my side job right now and drinking a cup of coffee. I've got a couple minutes, so there's been a couple things mulling around in my mind as I've been working through this. A few years ago, every conversation about money seemed a little bit different. It just felt different. People talked about vacations and how incredibly low mortgage rates were, and new trucks and bigger houses and eating out whenever they wanted. Now people are talking about gas prices and the price of beef and the price of eggs and insurance and rent and electric bills. About 2 weeks ago, one of my coworkers rolled into work in a Hyundai Santa Fe, a new one to him, but he sold a big Ford F-350 diesel because gas prices were just crazy. Diesel prices were worse. So years ago, not a big deal. He could have afforded the truck payment. He could have afforded diesel, but things have changed. So if we're honest, a lot of families are scared. Now, they're not scared like the sky is falling scared, but exhausted scared. They're kind of scared where every unexpected bill feels personal. You stand at the gas pump, you just watch those numbers climb, and you think, like, how am I supposed to keep up with this? That's where our society is right now. If you're trying to get out of debt while all of this is happening, it can be overwhelming. So today, I just want to talk about this. I've been thinking about this as I've been driving around in my car. How do you not panic when the economy gets tough? Because if we're not careful, fear makes terrible financial choices, doesn't it? And I've learned something on this debt-free journey I've been on. Panic makes people broke faster than inflation does. Here's what I mean. Gas prices matter. Food prices matter. Insurance rates matter. Mortgage rates matter. But when groceries that used to cost $130 cost $230, that affects real families. When filling up your family vehicle feels like taking out a small loan, I mean, that's real. Because most of us aren't sitting on a huge pile of cash. We're working overtime, we're running shifts, we're picking up side jobs, we're trying to stay ahead. And here's the dangerous part. When everything gets expensive, people start making emotional decisions. They panic buy. They panic spend. They panic borrow. They grab that credit card and they just swipe it. And so debt starts looking like a life raft. I've been there. I figured out the first time I went into debt, I was 18. That was for student loan. I'm 43. I haven't been in debt the entire time. I'll talk about that in another video, kind of my life in debt. But debt starts looking like this life raft, right? Just put it on the card. We'll figure it out later. We deserve this because things are stressful. That's how people slowly sink financially while trying to feel better emotionally. Today, my phone rang. It is the 18th of May when I'm recording this. I'll post it in a couple days. But today, my phone rang. It was my credit union. And they said, hey, you have been pre-approved for an $11,000 credit card. I don't need it. But they said, hey, $11,000. It's yours if you want it. I'm not saying don't enjoy life. I'm saying tough economies require calm thinking. So this is where having a plan matters. Because when you don't have a plan, every headline feels like an emergency. I very rarely watch the actual news anymore because the news profits off of panic, right? Even YouTube profits off of panic a little bit. Crisis, collapse, disaster. Those are the headlines that just kind of spew forth. The next virus, the next war, the next recession, the next thing. So after a while, you start feeling financially hopeless before you even open your banking app. Here's what I've learned. Most financial stability is built slowly and quietly. It's not dramatic. It's not overnight. It's not with some magical investment strategy. It's built through ordinary discipline. Here's what that looks like. Cooking meals at home. I keep looking out the window, sorry. It's an EMS trailer, so if a patient comes in, I don't want to be recording. Paying down debt. Driving older vehicles longer. That's ordinary discipline. Building sinking funds. Learning to say no. Preparing before emergencies happen. That stuff is not flashy. That stuff works. And one of the biggest mindset shifts for me was realizing this. Realizing that financial peace it's not about controlling the economy, right? It's about controlling what I can control, because I cannot control gas prices. Can't do it. I can control whether I finance another vehicle. I can't control grocery inflation. I can control eating out 4 times a week or popping by the Starbucks for a cup of coffee in the morning. I can't control interest rates. I can control whether I keep carrying consumer debt. And that shift changes everything, because panic focuses on what you can't control, and wisdom focuses on what I can control. So for me, that's why I've been working on maintenance funds and sinking funds and trying to build those up. Because if you plan for an emergency, it doesn't feel like an emergency. Listen, car repairs still stink. Home repairs still hurt. But they don't destroy you emotionally when you've been preparing little by little. So that's why I keep saying, like, I don't want every inconvenience turning into a crisis. Because that's how most families stay stressed forever. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, because they're constantly reacting instead of preparing. And so let me say this. If you're feeling financial pressure right now, you're not alone. A lot of families are feeling it. A lot of hardworking people are carrying stress they never used to carry. You can see it on people's faces. So it's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about refusing to let fear run your house. Because fear makes people quit. Fear makes people stop budgeting. It makes them stop planning. It makes them stop trying. And sometimes people completely abandon their financial goals because things got harder. I've done it before. But harder doesn't mean hopeless. Sometimes harder just means slower, and slower is still progress. And I've had to remind myself of that on this debt-free journey, because some months that snowball rolls fast, and some months it feels like life just punches you in the face. Car repairs, medical bills, higher groceries, unexpected expenses, your cat gets sick, and then your extra money's gone. And the answer is not panic. The answer is consistency, because financially stable people are usually not the people making dramatic moves. They're the people who stayed steady for years. So, yes, the economy feels rough right now. Here's my encouragement. I don't think it's going to get better. That's not my encouragement. Take a breath. Make a plan. Because it will get better. One day, maybe, I don't know. Cut what you can. Prepare where you can. Work hard. Stay calm. Avoid panic debt. And keep moving forward, even slowly. Because peace financially is not built in one giant moment. It's built through thousands of ordinary decisions nobody claps for. And eventually, those ordinary decisions start changing your life. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. 10 minutes of your life. If you're on your own debt-free journey, just drop a comment below. What's the biggest price increase you've noticed lately? Gas, groceries, insurance, utilities? What are you doing differently to stay ahead? I'd love to hear about it. And as always, this is the Debt Free Firefighter reminding you, don't panic. Make a plan. Keep pushing forward. Oh, yeah. Like and subscribe, okay? Bye now.